Webcam settings.
All right. Yeah. Darpan is in the house. All the way talking to me from UK. What time is it there in London?
It's 9:30.
9:30 p.m. It's
Yeah, 9:30
seven.
p.m.
It's 7:27 a.m. here.
in Brisbane. You are in which city you are in?
No, I'm in Sydney.
You're in Sydney, yeah? Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Far, far, far away.
Yeah, far away, far away. So thank you for making it out here
Yeah,
today
thank you. Thank
out
you.
of your busy schedule. So let the world know who's Darpan.
Well, I I'm a person who is very, very passionate about the personal development arena in general. And I strongly believe, and from the core of my inner soul, that anything which makes you grow on daily basis, that is the essence of the human uh, being in this world. So we all should be trying to become better in what we are as human beings on
Yeah,
daily version of ours. So that is what I believe in, and everything around that. I try to live around that. I try to build up around that, and that's my endeavor of my life. So, personal development industry, my friend. Everything around personal development, which makes you grow, which makes you, and once you grow, you make yourself better. Not only in not only in one particular side of it of your life, but in every side of it, right? It is physical, spiritual, mental, financial. So, I mean, a human being needs everything. If you say that I want to be only physically fit and you want to be only Michael Jordan as physically he is, for example, let's take in or Mike Tyson, I would say, or any strong man, strong athlete, you take it, sportsman,
yeah,
he's incomplete without the financial part, without the mental part. Yeah. So it is all a compact package which every human being needs to grow. So this is what I believe in. This is what is my philosophy for life is to keep growing, keep learning, and keep sharing, keep educating each other.
yeah, yeah. So true. Because I love that. I love that word growth because that's my own definition of success. Anything that makes you grow. When you grow, basically, growth
Correct.
is what life's all about. And
Yes.
the world we live in today, unfortunately, has um, kind of, should I say, changed the definition of success,
Yeah.
unfortunately. But then I
Mhm.
always tell people you can't cheat the farm. When you go with the law of the farm, what you sow is what you reap, you know. That's what life is all about. But then the part, how was your journey to the UK? How long have you been in the UK?
Well, I have been living on and off in UK. I've been at a stretches now, but I've been living in Europe mainland for the last over 25 years now.
Whoa.
So yeah, so I've I'm traveling. I mean, I've traveled whole of Europe mostly and lived in a couple of countries. So I mean, I've got experience of it living in the Western world for a long time. And then I've traveled in many countries across uh, out of Europe as well. So, and I was seeing your journey. I was reading your file which you had attached to me in the
Yeah,
email, and it was so encouraging seeing your those photographs there and your journey.
Yeah.
And I would say that you are a well-traveled man yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks. I
Yeah.
really
So
enjoyed because it's I can see that in you. You too, you're a traveled man, and that's one thing travel does. It makes you grow, and
definitely,
yeah,
definitely.
yeah, yeah. It's
Because it
so
increases
true.
your horizons. You see, when every time
Yeah,
you see a culture and you
yeah,
meet people, and the everything is attached to that. Everything is attached to the society where you are living in. So
yeah,
it depends on the language. It depends on the rituals. It depends on the
yeah,
culture. It depends on the habits. So
yeah,
everything is included in that. So I strongly believe that when you have experiences of different cultures,
yeah.
this makes you a stronger and a better person.
Yeah, yeah, so true, so true. When you have experiences of different cultures, yeah, because I think that's what the world needs right now. That's the sort of education our children need right now. Because the way the world is going, the upcoming generation, they
Yes.
need a robust education. They need to understand the world that they are living in, and they have to see things for themselves, not from the lensings of a TV editor. You know,
Yeah.
growing up as a child, there are things I saw on television, but when I traveled, uh, I now started to discover the truth that there are a lot of things that took, I assumed were right. Until I
Correct.
traveled, I found out that it was a different ball game.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's what life is all about in a way,
Yeah.
and I hope a lot of people should learn from it. Now, when you look at the world is going digital, and you see our kids getting addicted to their mobile device, because I was watching a documentary, and the guy who was being interviewed he made this recommendation that kids should do more of travel, you know, rather than getting addicted to their mobile
Right.
device, because the virtual world, the cyber world is not real, so to speak. So they
Hmm.
might get lost in it.
Right.
But they should travel and, go out there and experience life in its entirety, you know, so to
Correct.
speak. But what's your
Absolutely.
own take? What's your own take? What's your experience so far with the cyber world? Have you had any negative or positive experience? What's your take on that?
You see, the thing is that I look at the cyber world as the need of the day, and as we move forward, uh, post COVID situation now,
Yeah.
the need for it has even grown more, I would say now.
Mm.
So we will have more of the life around the cyber world, and only difference is that uh, we have got to teach the younger generation
Yeah.
to deal with it intelligently and more in educated manner, but not as a like it's like you go to you hit the world after completing your education. You do your schooling, you do your graduation, you do your
Yeah.
post graduation, and you then enter the world, right?
Yeah.
Or you do not do anything, you do not go to school, you go, you just, you didn't even go through the school of hard knocks in your life,
Yeah.
and you just landed up into the world. Obviously, you are ignorant about the whole situation in the world. So it's just the cyber world is, you could put it as another form of world which we have to, and our generation, the next generation has to go through that. So they better be educated about it, and there are a whole lot of tools now available for to start from point A in your life, let's say the level A nursery of the
Yeah.
schooling till to the post graduation level. So, and everything can be done within the cyber world. So I think every child has to go through that, and
Yeah.
that will make it a more educated, to have a balanced life where you can work, you can study, you have to go outside world also. A balance between that. So that balance is very important in my
Mm.
view. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you would say that, you see the ideals of the world right now, if you take the richest people in the world, they
Yeah.
all come from the technology world, I would say, right? The
Yeah.
ideals. Yeah,
Mm.
you can name the people, right? Um, Mark Zuckerberg, or every kid knows about him because they use Facebook, so they know Mark Zuckerberg. Who is it?
Yeah.
Steve Jobs, Apple, Bill Gates, Microsoft. And the list keeps going on and on and on. Yeah,
Yeah.
and all of them were from the cyberspace. Yeah, either so. So you see that becomes an illusion for a younger generation in a way.
Yeah.
So they start getting into the cyber world, thinking that they might be the next Mark Zuckerberg, or they can become the next, you know,
Yeah.
the same thing, and that becomes a whole illusion. So the idea of education right now for the cyber world, in my view, should be as going to a school, right?
Yeah.
You have to use it, but with the full knowledge that there is a point when you have to put a stop at that and go out to the park, meet with real people, have social interaction with your family, have
Yeah.
social interaction with your friends. So that
Yeah.
it has to be a balance between the virtual world and the real world, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
So true. So true. One of the organizations that I partnered with now, they're coming up with a mobile device that actually does this. We call it digital freedom. Let me just give you a clip of it so that you have a feel.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah. It's a good one, right? It's a good one, right? What do you think
Yeah, I
about it?
mean, well,
It blocks phone, blocks ads, those things that, kind of like manipulate the mind. Because from the research, we discovered that the ads actually they are there to manipulate people's minds.
oh, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
It has been always like that. I mean, if you remember the TV times when
Yeah.
there was no internet and there was only television.
Yeah.
So I do not know, like, I think I was 10-year-old when I saw my first TV in life. And
Mhm.
my father brought in India first TV. It was a black and white TV, the big
Yeah,
thing. I mean, my camera is not working. I would have showed you how big it was,
yeah,
and it was a huge thing, and it was a big, and it used to. I'm talking to you about India at that time when I was 10. So we are talking about 80, something about 80s, right?
yeah.
And it was like we had television service just for 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours in the evening.
Evening.
Okay,
Yeah,
so and those were the timings when we were all so excited about. And the first
yeah,
thing was what was it was called as news in Hindi. It was like Doordarshan. So you have
yeah,
it's like in English you would interpret it as news from the far world. Yeah,
yeah,
something like that. And before the news, there was an advertisement
yeah.
given of some washing powder. And
Mhm.
after the news, there was an advertisement again of some soap or something.
Yeah,
So the I was a child, 10 years old, and till to date, I exactly remember each and every word of that advertisement.
yeah,
Right? So I'm in like my late 40s now, and I still remember what was that song which was sung in that advertisement of the soap
yeah,
and the washing powder. So that's the effect of the advertisements, what children have on them, you know.
yeah, yeah,
So I'm very pretty sure you must have also felt the same thing when you grew up.
yeah, yeah. So true. I felt the
Mm,
same thing. So when I saw the doc, back in the days, that was how it was. The people saw adverts and all that. And
yeah,
today, we look at in the cyber world, people are being bombarded with information
exactly,
here
exactly.
and there, both relevant and irrelevant. And people, the average Joe gets overwhelmed. You know, and
Yeah.
when you're overwhelmed, you become inactive. You don't take action. You don't know what
Mm,
to do. You are confused and all that. It has happened to me because one of the things that have drawn me back is the fact that I'm very creative, and my creativity at times overwhelms me. I could come up with so many ideas, and at the end of the day, each idea you need like a team to
mm,
push it through. You need team and you need the time. But then you could just be overwhelmed. You're trying to put all your efforts in like 10
yeah.
ideas. So at the end of
Mm,
the day, you'll be overwhelmed. So I learned to just pick one thing and work on that thing,
right.
build on that. Then that'll be the foundation for others, so to speak. So I know how to break it up from there. And I believe there are lots of people right now online who are in the same space too, who are overwhelmed. They don't know how to go around the cyber world. They are not
Oh yes,
techie, they
definitely,
are not techie
definitely.
and all that, and they're confused. They've been
Right.
bumped in the past. So those are sort of people who want to help. Like where I looked at it, digital moms and dad. That's digital dads and mom. And if you will snail, eh, there's a new model whereby high tech companies right now actually giving out funds to
Okay.
those who um, have online academies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're really throwing money into education right now online. That's one of the things that have come with COVID.
Yeah.
They call it some people call it the corona blessings or whatever at
Right.
times. Yeah. So we'll talk more about that. But thank you very much for making it out here out of your busy schedule.
No
And
problem. You're welcome.
yeah,
Surely, it's my
yeah,
honor, and thank you very
yeah.
much.
Thank you so much. So hopefully we'll talk more, and I'll get you on board in the academy,
Okay.
and
Uh,
definitely would talk more. I'll brief you
it
more.
will be an honor. It will be an honor
Yeah,
for me. I would look
yeah,
forward to that.
yeah.
Surely. Thank you for
All
that.
right. So my regards to your family.
My
Thank you.
regards to your family too.
All
And
right.
you are how many years you have been living there? In
Oh, I've been living here 6 years now.
6 years.
Yeah.
And you are from Nigeria originally,
Yeah,
right?
Nigeria. Yeah.
Lagos.
Yeah, Lagos.
Yeah, yeah. I've got few friends scattered around Europe, from Nigeria originally, and
Yeah.
in France, in Prague, I had, in
Yeah.
Germany, and here in UK, a lot of them.
Mm.
So we have good discussions and business interests,
Yeah.
together. Yeah, so there are a lot of possibilities which are there when different cultures they unite,
Yeah.
right?
Mm.
So I'm a strong believer of that, and I really love. I mean, my first experience to Nigeria as a country was
Yeah.
when I was 5 to 7 years old, and
Mm.
my dad was a defense officer, and we had a cooperation of defense between India and Nigeria, big way. So
Yeah.
in his office,